Nadia and I are nerds. We're early childhood nerds, and that's how we connected because we're really interested in watching children and thinking about what we're seeing, and we marvel at the stuff we see. So we both went to New Zealand and learned about schema theory there. I did you have some information about it before then?
I didn't know.
Yeah,
It's new to me.
I learned about schema theory from Piaget's perspective when I was in college 100 years ago. So this was a new way to think about it. The people in New Zealand, and I understand, came from a person in the UK named Chris Atchie, did a bunch of research watching children and identified these repeated actions in children's play that are a reflection of their brain development. And so once both of us learned about these, we started watching in our own classrooms. Nadia in San Francisco, me in Seattle, and she works with preschoolers. I work with toddlers. So we regularly, over the last few years, almost daily, at least weekly, send photos to each other and go, look at this amazing thing. So we were applying the theory to our practice and seeing it. So that's how the book came about. Um, and there are many books about schema, a lot of information, but there are none in the US. There's some from New Zealand, some from Great Britain, and the ones in New Zealand are curriculum focused, and the one in Britain is academic. And so we've written a book of stories of our practice and the meaning we make, not just about schema, but about other brain development things that we've read.
After being in the field for 15 years and learning about schema theory, it was a real aha moment of being able to use a different lens in observing children and understanding why they were doing certain things and knowing that, oh my gosh, it's not just annoying behavior that I should, that I'm stopping, but I should be encouraging it and providing an environment to encourage it because it's the children's brain developing. So that was a real aha moment for me. So I hope the readers really see that in the stories that we're sharing. And another piece is that my favorite thing about the book is that these are all real stories about children that we've worked really closely with. And every story is just really special to us. As one of my, a teacher at my school called it, they're all charming stories, which I agree. They're all just really great stories of children being amazing humans.
Schema is a really powerful force in children's development. And that's what we started discovering as we were looking more closely and thinking about how to frame a book. That what we start noticing is that schema exploration drive children's social connections because they all do it, they all understand it, and when they see it in each other, they can play about it and they don't have to talk. If with the I work with really young children, 1 year olds, 2 year olds, 3 year olds, they don't have to have verbal communication because they recognize these behaviors in each other and they go, oh yeah, I can do that. I do that. I do that. And they join together. And what I noticed because of Nadia's amazing complex stories is that older children uh, are able to play more complexly with what the materials are because they all have the same goal. They're trying to make something launch into the air with the trajectory schema, and they all have that goal. So it's a lot easier for them to get to a deeper level of play because of it. So to me, that's a really powerful uh, part of the book. We're both really big anti-bias educators and social justice educators. And one of the things that we recognize about one of the schemas, it's the um, ordering and positioning schema, and the connecting and disconnecting schemas are all about classifying the world. And children from a really young age are classifying people. And it's this natural, instinctive thing to do to try to organize and figure out the world. And so we want to take advantage of that in our work to see how they're doing that with this schema and to make sure we provide resources that make uh, it available for them to explore deeper. Like they're noticing that people have different skin color, and how do we make that a normal part of the conversations we have with them. We're noticing they notice differences in how families are together. How can we make that normal? So it's really helped inform that part of our practice that we can see. And we devoted a chapter to looking at So, how can you provide materials and opportunities for children to explore these ideas and um, in a normal way, to normalize differences so that they don't develop prejudice around differences or discomfort around it? Anything you